Alright guys, a little bit of a YouTube update. Albie's busy over here. What are you making up?
Sten.
He's making a sten gun. He's got we've been over to Leroy Merlin, buy some pipes. What were you spray painting over here? Is that the barrel?
Yeah.
Yeah, so no toy guns getting bought here, they're busy being made. They're not toy guns, they're rather of their models. This is our banana plants, banana leaves. Then we've got one out of a coconut. People don't like me buying these tropical things because when we're out in the Philippines, these are like weeds, they're everywhere. but for me, I'm like going to replant them once this is eventually a conservatory. We should have some big trees here. Well, big trees, big banana leaves at the back, and still thinking what to do with this wall. I'm not sure whether to put some nice slate or something on it, nice smooth dark wall, keep it simple, and then just have the plants there. Don't know if we're going to put the TV on this one either, I'm still thinking about it. Let's cross the first bridge. We've got waiting for the fourth contractor to come back with quotes for ripping all of this off, because at the moment they don't want to do the conservatory measurements until this is all gone and levelled, marbles installed, so they can make sure the measurements are correct for when they do the lengths. So somebody windsurfing. Don't know if you can see that, guys. I'll just see if I can zoom in. No, I can't. Somebody sitting on the beach. You wouldn't think it's nearly November. Oh. Missed that. They just went down. But yeah, nice to be back. I'm back for another week working from home. This is warm, isn't it, for this time of year, isn't it? It's not normally this hot. I mean, this is just right. You know, this is like where it's not hot enough to get sweaty. But I mean, like there, where there's somebody actually bathing on the beach and wanted to get a suntan, literally just get out the shade and into the sun. You'll soon be cooking. But yeah, it's good to be back. I'm good. I mean, I'm looking a lot of the Brexit stuff now. Now that what's his name, Sunak's dropping into Boris's old space. I think the reality of the failures of Brexit are sort of coming home to roost. And I will get a lot of people that just won't agree with that. Yeah, the writing's on the wall everywhere. That was one of the best buys I got, was the Dremel. I got the Dremel box with all the different bits on it. I think it was about 200 and something euros. Never used it, but Albie loves it. Albie seems to spend half his life with the Dremel in my toolbox, making stuff. And you're always building something. But it's nice to be back on the matter. There's a food show today as well, over at the music hall that's over near Kieran Hospital. And then we went over to a new restaurant today in Habaneras that's replaced the old udon restaurant. Which, to be fair, I liked udon because it was one of the few sort of Japanese type places in the area. Because Zoe and April love the Japanese food. So it's good to be back. Not a lot to report today. Just that it's nice and quiet. Been able to chill. Ryanair flights, 9 out of 9 late flights now. Our flight yesterday was probably 3/4 full, so I got 3 seats to myself, but to be fair I wasn't that bothered, because as soon as I got on the flight it was a last minute decision when they Albie was asking when I was coming back, and then I just booked a flight for this, I think it was was a Friday night, and I booked it for Saturday morning. That was it. Coming home, and then headed back, and then here till Thursday. So I've got to go up to Warrington on Friday. But hey ho, pays the bills. Just looking at the new Oculus Quest Pro as well, but I won't talk about that in this channel because it's completely off topic. One of the things I'm happy with though, I remember when I first come to La Mata, and it definitely wasn't this busy. You know, this time of year it was very, very quiet. It does seem that over the last few years it's got busier here, which is nice. I mean, I've got to admit, Pinot Noir, which is the next bit along, I don't know what it's like now because we're at the other end of the town now, but it was pretty quiet before. So I don't know if it's improving or going to improve or on its last legs, not 100%. I mean, it should be reasonable because it sits between Guadalmar and La Mata. So position wise it's quite good, because parking wise, you know, because here, this end, parking's a nightmare in the summer or whatever. But Pinot Noir sort of got its plenty of parking, just that little bit out. I'm not sure why it's not performing as well. But like I said, when I first come down here, there's a lot of, you know, shops are empty. This time of year is very quiet. I remember when we first come here, the kids, literally they were there when they were tiny little kids, and now they're young adults, but they were literally there, which is kind of strange, you know, because that was November, around November the 20th. They were swimming in there when we arrived in the first, I mean literally that bit there, that gap, they were swimming there on the first day we arrived in La Mata. And it's weird that we've now got the house with the same view over the same bit of beach years later. But it was freezing then, but because April's going about them going in, I said, look, they've never had that before. Let them do what they want. Yeah, they're freezing, they'll soon tell us. So they went paddling there, loved it. And that's where you sort of know you're in the right space. And ever since that, we've worked hard to make sure we could be here full time. But it is a little bit strange to think about it. It was that little bit of beach. It's a bit weird. But yeah, it is seeming busier, just generally, and I don't know if it's because the COVID stuff, where there's more people trying to spend more time with their freedom, because let's face it, the whole lockdown affected a lot of people. I think a lot of people valued their holiday periods, so it could be part of that, or it could be the fact that the financial crisis or whatever, jobs, more people out of work, people retiring early. I have no idea, but it's definitely busier. And the thing about here is it's quieter. You know, it's quite a quiet area. You know, don't get me wrong, Plaza's only over there, but we have our live events there. I think we've got zombies for those interested. I think there's a zombie apocalypse on tonight. I better put that on the La Mata group on Facebook, because people were complaining they didn't know about the food show. But I only found out about it myself when I got here this morning, well, last night, because April's going, oh, there's a food thing on. Because we are foodies, we love food, hence it's hard to keep the weight down. But yeah, it's just nice to be here. And that's one of the things I will say is, if you think about getting a place over this way, one of the things that works really well is, even if you're just coming out for a few days just to switch off, you can get here and the pace of things is much slower and chilled. So when you're coming out of the bustle and headaches of the UK, and you get here and it's just slow going. So you can, like now, I'm thinking, should It's not sunny, but should I get the sun lounger out and have a nap on the balcony for an hour, just to chill out, because in the UK I'm always doing something all the time, and I know I need to start doing more around enjoying life, because I've spent a lot of time focusing on the hard bit of making the money to make it possible, but now I need to start breaking out of that a little bit to enjoy life. But anyway guys, that's a little bit of an update. Sorry, there ain't much to say at the minute. I was hoping the guy would have been giving me the quote back, because then I would have gone, just get on with it, when can you start, and hopefully I would have been up here and this would have all been gone. Wouldn't have expected to fit the new bits yet, but one of the things is the job's got a little bit bigger, because while they're doing these, they're going to do all the render at the same time. So they're going to render all of it, all the top bit, all the bit down here, and there's a little bit down there. So I'm putting a smooth render on it all, just get rid of all the tap. I find it looks a bit dated, it's a bit worn. Well, I'll just have it smooth, easier to repair, easier to maintain. But anyway guys, have a great weekend. Thanks for watching.